Hey guys, and welcome to Picks and Parlays. My name is Allie Burns, and with me, I've got Craig Trapp. We are going to help you out because America's national betting holiday is right around the corner. That's right, it's the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is a great time to win a lot of money, but it's also a great time to lose a lot of money. So we're going to go over a couple of Super Bowl betting tips with you to help keep you out of the red zone. Just a reminder, if you like what you see here, then like and subscribe to our YouTube page and hit that bell if you want to get notified every time we post a new video.
Like you said, this is the #1 betting day for most people. For us experts, of course, every day is a betting holiday, but for most people, this day you can win a lot of money and a day you can lose a lot of money. Let's hope we can help you avoid the losing a lot of money.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so one of the first things that I think people make problems with is that they bet their teams and they don't bet the line. And, you know, everyone thinks that this team is totally going to win. Who cares if they win? Are they going to cover, right? That's what we're looking for. So expand on this for me.
Well, obviously, you can't make a whole lot of money if you're betting and you're just betting teams straight up. That would be called betting on the money line. Unless you're playing the underdog, you usually want to stay away from the big favorites as far as betting on the money line. So you want to bet with the points. With the points, that means it doesn't really matter who wins or loses as long as they cover that point spread. So you want to stay away from betting just the teams. You want to bet who you think's going to cover, and that's the key. And then the other key with that is also shopping that line around, because so many times we see that line be all over the place. And if you want to bet the favorite, you probably want to bet right away because the line usually goes up. If you want to bet the underdog, usually you'll want to stay away and wait closer to game time to bet that.
All right, so now what if I've already bet my favorite or my underdog, but now I go into the book and I get that big, beautiful packet with the staple in it, and it's got like, oh, who's going to score this many yards and rush for this? Oh my goodness, it's so overwhelming. It's great reading material, but is there really any value into the prop betting?
Oh, the answer is yes and no. So it's difficult. You can make money betting props, but the props have a larger house advantage. You'll see that -115 or -120 in parentheses a lot of times. That's how much you have to bet to lay to win $100. So most bets, as far as against the spread or the total, you got to bet lay -110 to win 100. So they already have that advantage built in. So you want to be careful here. Do not go crazy. You don't want to hit your bet whoever you think is going to win or the total and then lose all your props and actually lose for the day. So what I say, bet the props as fun bets. So if you want to bet 1,000 on the game, maybe bet 100 or 200 on the props, but just money management is the key. You're looking to win money come Super Bowl Sunday.
That's what I was going to say, money management, because everyone's so riled up. It's the last game of the season and got to give it all back. Give it all back to the book. Don't do that. So another thing to consider is like when to bet who, right? I know with the national championship for college, that line was -5 to -6, and then I think it ended back at -4.5. So when to bet?
In general, the key for if you want to bet a favorite, you bet them right away when the lines come out. So for Super Bowl Sunday, that's the Sunday right after the championship games are over. If you want to bet the over, same way. If you want to bet the unders or the underdogs, usually you're better off if you wait closer to game time. So I would wait closer to Super Bowl Sunday. Now, obviously, there's always an exception to the rule because the money is what follows that line movement. But that is the general rule if you're going to bet favorites or underdogs.
Follow the money. All right, so last question. The one thing that the Super Bowl is most famous for besides watching the game is watching all the commercials. But what that leads to is extended timeout. So players get extra rest. How does that affect the total or the outcome of the game?
Well, extended timeouts and extended halftimes. Remember those big halftime shows end up being a lot, especially in recent years, we've seen a lot higher totals, and we've seen a lot of overs in recent years. So you got to be careful here. That extended timeouts, you have these coaches are so good nowadays, and the offense already has an edge with all the rules the way it is. So the offenses usually have a big edge with the extended timeouts and halftime. So on the totals, got to be a little careful. Usually I would say normally the unders cover more often than the overs if you follow it through the course of the year. But in Super Bowl's recent history, we've seen overs do a little better than unders.